Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to another fruitful discussion with Mrs. M. So for today, we'll need to discuss about Section 14 of Republic Act 8551. So in our previous discussion, we've already discussed certain uh, qualifications. So now we'll focus on the continuation. So paragraph G, uh, it stated here that the applicant must not have been convicted by a final judgment of an offense or a crime involving moral turpitude. In our first discussion, we've focused the various kinds of offenses or felonies that are considered as moral turpitude. Remember, so even if you do have a pending case or there is a complaint against you, provided that there is no final judgment yet, still the individual or the person is still qualified to apply in the PNP organization. But then again, there is a little problem with regards to the status, just for in case that the applicant will be admitted in the PNP organization. So instead of um, converting its employment status into permanent, the decision of the decision or changing of the status from temporary to permanent depends on the result or what's this promulgation of judgment. So just for in case that the person is found guilty beyond reasonable doubt on the later part, then automatic the police officer will be removed from service. But if on based on the promulgation of judgment, the individual it's his guilt is not proven beyond reasonable doubt, then that's the time that the employment status will be converted into permanent. Okay, next is that paragraph H, still under section 14, it mentioned that the height requirement for male is 1.62. So that is equivalent to 5'4". Okay, and for the female, the height requirement in centimeters is 1.57. So that is equivalent to 5'2" in feet. But I think this is not really a problem anymore because of Republic Act 11549. So this law itself is responsible for lowering the height requirement for both the female and male applicants. Take note, this law itself is not only applied to the PNP but including PFP, BJMP, and even Bucor. So instead of 1.62 for male, the height requirement was lowered into 1.57 meters or 5'2". And for the female, instead of 1.57 or 5'2", it was then lowered down to 5 flat. Okay? So, with regards to the age requirement, it is also mentioned here in Republic Act 11549 that if you're planning to apply in Bucor or Bureau of Corrections, the minimum age requirement is at least 21 years old or not more than 40 years old. So do not be discouraged if you're already on your what's this on your uh, late 20s. Next is um, must weigh not more or less than 5 kilograms from the standard weight, or 50 kilograms, sorry, 50 kilograms from the standard height weight requirement corresponding to the height, the age, and the sex. So in this case, we are already talking about your body mass index. When you say body mass index, it is a measure of body fat based on height, the weight that applies to the adult, both male and female. So These is the what's this various categories of body mass index. So you are already considered as underweight if your BMI is less than 18.5, but you are considered as normal just for in case your body mass index ranges from 18.5 to 24.9. You are considered as overweight if your body mass index is from 25 to 29.9. But you are considered obese if your BMI is greater than 30. So probably your question, Mom, how am I going to compute my body mass index? So allow me to show this uh, window first. So as you can see, we do have a lot of available BMI calculator. So you can also use this one. So all you have to do is to put your height. Okay, it should be in feet and inches, then your weight, and all you have to do is to click this one. So as you can see, assuming that your height is for female, assuming that your height is 5. Okay, assuming that your height is 5 and your inches is let's just say 2 inches, and then all you have to do first is to convert kilogram into pounds. So let's look for a converter. Kilo to pounds. Okay, so just for in case that your weight is 59. Okay, so all you have to do is to copy this one, and let's see if it's normal or overweight. All right, let's click compute BMI. Okay, so just for in case that your height, assuming that you're a female, is 5.2 and your weight is 130 0.073 in pounds, then you or in kilo that is equivalent to 59. So therefore, your BMI is 23.8. That it means that you do have a normal weight. So what if your kilo, same Japon, that your height is 5'2", but unfortunately your weight is 65 kilograms or equivalent to 243.3 pounds. So let's see if it's still normal or overweight. All right. So if your pounds again is, or your weight is 143.3 pounds, your equivalent BMI is 26.2. So if you will apply to the PNP, sure code that you will not be admitted because overweight. Alright, so always make sure that your body mass index should correspond to your height and to your weight, and it should always be in the normal range. Alright? Okay, so now let's move forward to the next slide. The next qualification is the applicant must not be less than 21 years old and must not be more than 30 years old. But remember as what I've mentioned, just for in case that you're already above 30, do not be discouraged because again, you can still apply for Bucor because the maximum age for Bucor applicant is up to 40 years old. Okay? Another, provided that the PNP member who are already in the service, like in the case of our what's this member of the PC and the INP, upon the effectivity of Republic Act 85 to 51, they shall be given at least 2 years to obtain the minimum educational requirement. Take note, we've already discussed this, that under 6975, the minimum educational qualification was only at least 72 units. But under Republic Act 8551, it's already baccalaureate degree. So for those PCINP that were absorbed under the PNP organization, ug naabtan aning atuang Republic Act 8551, which led to the professionalization of the PNP organization. They are again given 2 years to comply with the baccalaureate requirement. All right, so that's it. So I hope you've learned a lot today. God bless everybody.